is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wingin podcast. Jack, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Happy to see that Sony is finally, showing the world what innovation looks like if these rumors are true.
I'm not gonna say that. Hold on.
Sony for the win, baby. Sony for the win, baby.
Andre, how you doing, man?
I ain't got nothing to follow that up. I don't.
All right, chat. How y'all doing? Hope everybody doing well tonight. So, let's talk what we've been playing. Me personally, I have been into Donkey Kong Bonanza, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and I have been playing back through Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch, as well as jumping into Trails in the Sky Chapter 1 demo. If you're a fan of the Trails of series, I like what they doing with this remake. This is what I like, what I want from a remake. Like, if they ever did a remake for Grandia and Grandia 2, I'd want it to look like this. So that's what I've been on. I'm gonna try to have some gameplay up from that this week coming up. I wanted to do a live stream, but once again, technical difficulties. So,
okay.
but it allowed me to record though. It let me record, but a live stream it acts up. I don't get it, but I'm not saying nothing. I just at this point I just don't care.
It's
Yeah, so I don't know, and I'm tired of trying to figure it out. It's probably one of them situations where it's like, just buy the new one.
Yeah,
for the situation. So
they might as well just tell you that.
Yeah.
One of those firmware updates to hit you in the background.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Yeah, this whole situation could be resolved if you just stop being cheap and buy the new one. You punk. What? So, yeah,
just give us a little bit extra money and everything could be fine.
Basically, Jack, what about you? What you been playing?
Strangely enough, I've been playing No Man's Sky. I don't know.
Really, you fell for that too?
Well, I
Really?
mean, so No Man's Sky, right? I played it initially on, was it the Xbox? I think I played it like initially on the Xbox.
And they was on Game Pass first. I remember.
Yeah. So I played it there, and this was some years ago. So they were still on like their apology tour. Like, hey, we did right. Everything we told you that was there originally is now there now. So go and play it. So I'm like, okay, well, let me give it a try. I started off liking it for the most part, and then I end up putting it down. So then later on, I end up picking it up because it enticed me for the PSVR 2. So I was like, okay, cool. There's another VR aspect to it, and it was pretty dope. Now, granted, I couldn't play it for a long period of time because even being in that world and moving around, I got a little motion sick from playing in it, especially when you get into the spaceship to take off. I'm like, I got to close my eyes on this one because I'm about to spew everywhere. So whenever, and I thought you would think the game had just come out, but everybody started covering it out of nowhere. So that's what put it back on my radar. And then I picked it up because it was on sale. I think it was like $23, and then of course the upgrade is free. So I guess with it adding multiplayer, it running a lot better than the original Switch, as well as looking better. I mean, I didn't know they added a relax mode into it because it's been that long since I played it. But that's why it's got my attention, because like the relax mode, you don't have to do too much. You can actually explore and figure things out without getting into the whole survival aspect of it, and you can swap the difficulty on the fly. So it's not like I have to create a new save file if I want to go to normal or if I want to go to survival, which I will never do. But if I want to go up to normal, then I can. Okay. So that's where it's been super fun in that nature of it. And then outside of that, a lot of demos. Like a lot.
Dude, there's a lot of demos out.
There's a bunch of them out right now. Every platform too.
Yeah, it's like because we ain't never used to get this many demos. Because I've been one of those people that have been saying, hey, y'all need to do demos because there's too much stuff coming out for me to be wrong.
Yeah. I mean, but I've never seen them stacked up like this.
Yeah, not like this.
I feel like I just got done with Shinobi. Then the Trails demo drops.
Yeah, Trails demo drops.
What was the other demo? I had already played Daemon X Machina demo. There was another one that popped up, and I'm like, the crazy part about it is none of the demos that I tried was I like, I'm cool, I'm good on it. I'm like, okay, you have my attention a little bit more.
Yeah, I will purchase you.
Hey, look,
Never.
me and the bank account about to be fighting.
Oh yeah, September was already ugly for me. Like September is stupid for me, because there's more than 5 games on my I want to pick up list, and the cheapest one I would hope is Pac-Man Repack 2, and the more expensive one is 2K. If they do what they're supposed to do, because we have not seen an ounce of footage
at all.
They ain't showing a speck. I was like, y'all do know this game come out on Thursday, right? Like
unless he got pushed back. Yeah, they ain't tell nobody. They ain't showing nothing.
Well, they ain't even shown the button configurations, nothing.
I'm waiting for the trailer to show up. I'm like, a trailer at least?
Y'all ain't gonna know who on the cover until the game come out.
That's the crazy part. I was like, the early release, like we knew we weren't getting the early release on the Switch. Like we knew that.
Yeah.
But then it was like, all right, cool, we're not getting the early release, but people have to review. You got content creators, because 2K leans heavy into content creators.
Yeah, I mean, they have to. That's their bread and butter.
For sure. But I'm like, you do have people that are willing to get a new audience with the Switch crowd. I've seen people that have made content for years, and they went out their way to buy a Switch just so they can get into that crowd, like they can feed into that crowd. So I'm like, you can get a whole new world. Granted, I know it's not going to be crossplay because WWE 2K wasn't crossplay, so I'm pretty sure you're going to be floating on the Nintendo island with NBA 2K. So that's besides the point. But the fact that I haven't seen nothing, I ain't seen a Joy-Con waggle, I ain't seen a trailer, I ain't seen an infomercial, I ain't seen a hint, I ain't seen a Twitter post. So
they're like, no, bro, no. Y'all ain't getting Nathan.
Like, you gonna see when the game drop, then you advertise on our behalf. I'm like, come on, dude. But yeah, so that's what I've been playing. Just like I said, just demos and No Man's Sky.
Okay, all right. Andre, what about you, man?
I mean, I got back into Street Fighter 6 briefly.
Man, y'all be enticing me to get that game, man.
It's a good game.
It's fun.
Especially for the World Tour mode, even though
it's weird, but yeah.
It's weird, but it's still a good game in and of itself.
I just want Final Fight, man. God dang, just give me Final Fight.
And I've been back. I've also been playing demos just because I want to see the stuff that's coming out. Like, it's hard to not touch these demos. They all just popping up everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I told everybody, like, the Adventures of Elliot, I'm glad it's coming out next year, but that's day one.
Right.
That is straight up day one. Like, the Trails in the Sky one's good, but like Shinobi Art of Vengeance, I went and pre-ordered that as soon as I got done. I'm talking about as soon as let me just go and pre-order this.
It was a heart attack.
Yeah. I was already getting Daemon X Machina because I just like the Treehouse Live they did. But playing that demo, I'm like, and I got my horse. Oh, bro, it's on the popping. I got a mech suit and a horse. Yes.
And I saw a car too. So I'm like a warthog. People
like,
around there. What is going on?
We doing this. We doing this. So that was kind of that one. Like, and that's next week.
That's
the 5th. Daemon X Machina is the 5th. So
there's too many games dropping on the 4th and the 5th, man. Way
too
many.
If you think it's gonna be bad, now wait till they do that Metroid Prime 4 release.
I don't even want to hear it. Because you're gonna set up a plague.
when they do that release slate of them actual dates and this age of imprisonment, Metroid Prime 4, all that before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And God forbid they put South of Midnight on Switch and PlayStation.
Oh, you got me wrapped up at that point in time. Like South of Midnight and Expedition 33. Oh, you got me sold.
If that comes everywhere, bro, it's over. It's over. Like, something just ain't getting bought. There's some stuff that ain't gonna get bought. So, all right, Sandstone, what about you, man? What you been playing? Please don't say Diablo 4. Please don't say Diablo 4.
Okay, then I won't say that.
I'll lie to you and say I didn't.
Yeah.
So do you like the new stuff? at least that they did? Because I know you played it.
I mean,
it's all right.
Yeah, like if I'm being real, this it's weird because I'm not like a huge fan of like the added stuff. I will say it allows you to level up a lot faster. This is the highest level I've been in a season.
Okay.
I think the cap is either it can't be 275. I think the cap is 300 or 280, one of the two. But I'm at 202 right now. Which is crazy because usually I'm like done by 195. Like I've seen everything that I needed to see. But yeah, I mean it's as far as the game goes, it's doing what it needs to do. And it's keeping me interested long enough for me to continue playing. So I guess that's a win. Nah, man. So I had this long-winded story I told yesterday, so I can condense it down just a little bit more. But basically, this weekend I went to Cedar Point, and so from where I live, it's a 3-hour trip there and back. So I had the opportunity to hop on the Switch, and so I tried something, and like that was like the clicking point for me. Like we're here, we finally did it. We ain't on Japan's level, but we finally did it. I ended up using my hotspot for my phone as the Wi-Fi connection for my Switch. So I played Daemon X Machina with my brother. And so that was like a whole experience, had the headset on and everything, kind of keeping to myself. And we were talking back and forth on game chat. And the connection was stable enough, which is crazy because we're driving through Ohio, which we won't talk about that. But
okay.
As a Michigander, we don't talk about any Ohio related stuff. But yeah, it was like it was a really good experience. To be able to like just hop online with the system and do online related stuff, and I think that really helped with the virtual cards because apparently I have a lot of virtual card related things. I don't understand why it doesn't do every 7 or 14 days of updating, but I feel like every time I go to play a virtual card, it's like, oh, let me check. Okay, yeah, you got it. You good. All right, go ahead and play.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have an internet connection, it's like, oh, let me check. Oh, what? Where's your license at? Where's your license at? You ain't got the license?
Do you own this?
You ain't. Nah. I don't know how you got this on this system, but to me, you didn't buy it. Yes, I did. I bought it. It's right here. How else would it get on this? No. License and registration, please. So yeah, so I think that's going to be, as people start to travel and stuff like that, that's going to be the easiest way for them to let their games be identified and everything. So yeah, but Street Fighter, Cyberpunk, been playing the Cyberpunk heavy. I told Jack this. I wanted to play Cyberpunk the other day on my Switch, and my daughter had just like gotten done playing a lifetime's worth of Switch 2, and she didn't put it back on the dock, so it wasn't charged. And so I plopped it back in. I was like, now what am I going to do? I really want to play Cyberpunk. And I walk into my room, and I'm like, I could just play Cyberpunk on my PC. Just have the file transfer. And I sat there for a second and was like, nah, I'd rather play it on the Switch too. I'm good. I don't feel like turning on my computer and going through that whole business. I'm good. I'm all right. Which is crazy because, you get a higher fidelity playing on the PC, better frame rates and stuff like that. But it was just like, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to.
Convenience is a thing.
Yeah, the convenience is crazy. It's like started to shift, really my mentality of console gaming versus PC gaming. So yeah, so been playing that. I felt like there was a demo that I picked up. I jumped back into Tony Hawk. I jump into Tony Hawk every now and then.
Yeah, I need to get back in it too.
Yeah,
man, Tony Hawk ain't been the same ever since Darth Maul ain't been on it.
Man, I'm stuck on one level because some of the missions get a little ridiculous. I'm like,
they do.
Like,
and you know what I've noticed too, and I don't like how it's in the cheat menu, but like because the frame rate is so high, like the game runs fast.
Yeah.
So it's like having to pull off those tricks and moving from one platform to the other, because I think the original was like 30, and this is definitely 60.
This is 60, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, man, if you could just slow the speed of like movement down. And there is a toggle for you to do that, but it's in the cheat menu. So it's like I don't want to, not that there's achievements on Switch, but for my own personal mind, it's like I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to go into the cheat menu and cheat until I'm done with the game and mess up how I play the game or how it's supposed to be played. So
right.
Yeah, I think I'm stuck in the water park area. On Tony Hawk 4.
Are you talking about the bikini bottom thingy or no?
Okay. That's on 3. So I beat 3. Now I'm on 4, and it's like a whole water park with a bunch of slides and everything. And I'm just like, this area is so confusing. Like, where are all these things that you want me to get? Because you showing me, but I ain't seeing them. So.
Right. That's the confusing thing about Tony Hawk, boys.
So yeah, that's basically all I'm playing right now.
Okay, yeah, that's making me just miss SSX and SSX.
Yeah, that tricky. Too, because that right there, once you master that,
yeah, some of them moves, yeah, dude. But yeah, that's just me. All right, so first things first. As you can tell by the title, The Constant Whining, I kind of got a little agitated, I'll say, last week on a couple of things. One, when, and not trying to be an asshole about it, but when you have somebody that sits up and says X system doesn't have any games on it, but the system only been out 2 months, and you constantly asking them what how many games are they supposed to have out, and you can't get an answer, but you're supposedly gaslighting people because you're asking questions, and I'm sitting here like, okay, I just want to know where you're getting this from, because this ain't even been the first quarter,
right?
And because the first quarter, a quarter is 3 months. They ain't been the first quarter, and you're complaining that there's nothing for you to play. And the only game that came out was, in this case, talking about Switch, the only game that came out is Donkey Kong Bonanza. That was not true. Mario Kart World came out as well. That's
and
from
Dragon's
Nintendo.
Drive. I remember that conversation.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here like, okay, it's been 2 months. How many games are they supposed to drop for you to say that? And
nothing less.
But and the thing was, he kept bringing up the original Switch in 2017. So I went and found the list. There was only 3 games that they had in that first quarter that Nintendo had. We're not talking about games that third party had. Talking about games that Nintendo had. It was Breath of the Wild. It was because it wasn't even Odyssey, because Odyssey didn't come out till October.
Right.
It was Mario Kart 8, which you can't really count that because that was basically the Wii U version.
Yep.
That's basically what it was. But that it came out, and the last one was ARMS, because that came out right at the end of that quarter.
Yep. Yeah.
3 games. That's it for the first quarter. I'm sitting here like, bruh.
So the funny thing is, because I remember this, because we backed him right into a corner. And both of his points was really crazy, is that we talked about the 2 months thing, and all of that, but it was like if you played everything that you wanted to play, then there's plenty of Switch games for you to play on, because he was talking about he needed, these games should have updates and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, because he went to that after he got backed into the court. Then that's when he said the cardinal sin. And people, let me tell y'all something. We all adults, right? We all adults.
Try to be.
We all got jobs / careers, right?
Right.
If you gonna tell me that you got a full-time job, a wife, and children, and you play thousands of games, somebody lying.
It ain't adding up.
I don't have a wife and I don't have kids, but with the amount of stuff I have to do at my job, man, sometimes I'm just mentally tired.
Right.
I don't game. I can't even game like that every day.
I don't know how you can't. It's physically impossible, especially with how many Switch games there are out there. But even if he hadn't said that, what's crazy is when that was brought up, the excuse was, well, I bought a Switch 2 to play Switch 2 games.
Oh, I love that excuse.
I have a Switch OLED to play my Switch 1 games, and I'm like, but weren't you just talking about how there needed to be an update for the Switch 1 games to work on the Switch 2 games? Make that make sense? Because
how would you know if the Switch 2 games have updates if you actually haven't tried them?
Yeah, because there's some games that I've actually played. They actually play better on the Switch 2. Bayonetta is one of them. Astral Chain is another one. The games that have been unlocked.
Yep.
They all play better. Now, Square Enix didn't do none of that because they straight up told you, "No, we ain't do that.
We ain't gonna do it,
and we ain't gonna do it.
Like, we ain't spending the money."
West Coast, like what? Where did that come from? But yeah, like we ain't gonna do it. So now, and what?
Right.
Now play this cloud version of Kingdom Hearts.
And even to that, we gave him a number, like you said, of the games that were out or that will be out. Because I'm like, there's actually a game coming out next week. So you picking that up? You know what I'm saying? Like you picking that up because you complaining, but like you're complaining for you. Really, at this point, you're complaining for you. And once again, you're the vocal minority complaining for you and talking about how many games that that the system doesn't have and that they need more games. But in my thought process, I'm like Jay said, I think there was still 100. He was like, oh, there's not. I said there was 136. He's like, oh, actually, there's 107. Great. So there's 107.
It was still saying like it wasn't that far off.
There's 107 games out there for you to be able to play. You cannot tell me that you beat all 107 of them games within the first 2 months. Like that's literally impossible.
With a job and a wife.
Yeah, you can't. I can't say you even got to half of them, even if you're single. Like that's a lot, and especially with how much content that they're. And I'm not even including the third party games, but how much content there's actually in the first party games, and you only talking about maybe 2 or 3, and then you even move to the games that first came, like Cyber. I got 303. I want to be accurate. 367 hours in Cyberpunk. I ain't done with the game. Like 367 hours. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. You didn't do everything. You either ran through the game, rushed through the game, or I know what you really did. You clicked on the tab at the top of the screen. You typed in YOUTUBE.com and you looked at the marks, the timestamp. Yep. It was like, yeah, I got it. Yep, I played that. I played that. That's what I played. Yeah, you played YouTube. You played YouTube and played through the game.
Spot on. Spot on.
And that is why I never, when I do live streams, I never play the whole game on live. Like, no, I want you to actually play the game. I want you to see what it plays like. You pick it up and play it because I'm not playing the whole game for you. I want gaming to thrive. I don't want it to go away. And if I play the whole game, then there's no reason for people to play it.
Especially if it's got a story mode to it. You just saw the story. Now I'll watch it if I have no interest in the game and I just want to see the story. But that's very slim that most people will care to do that. But to your point, Sandstorm, a lot of people go that route. It's like, hey, I watched somebody else play it, so therefore I can come on social media and have a conversation with the rest of the people. I want to be able to talk about it, but I don't want to play it.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense. But while we're on the topic of Cyberpunk, because this is the topic you brought up.
Yeah.
Sandstorm. So you want to handle this one? Cyberpunk physical was 75% of total sales. So you want to give your thoughts on that?
So Cyberpunk, and we talked about this yesterday, and they took it a whole different direction than I was taking it. I was like, wow, that's actually that's crazy. Cyberpunk hit a phenomenal ratio of 75% of physical sales to roughly 25, almost 25% of digital sales. So thinking
now,
about
this is Switch 2, by the way.
right?
Switch 2.
So this is interesting because I remember us coming up to this and finding out that Cyberpunk was all on the cartridge. Now I don't know for a fact, but I feel like Cyberpunk behind Mario Kart is like the second, the next and top on sales
from what we heard.
Yeah. And mostly everybody bought it because of the whole thing of it's physical and everything. What's interesting, shout outs to Elvis, is and he said it was like, yeah, but we really don't have numbers of what that actually looks like. Because 75 to 25 could be anything,
anything.
But to Jack's point, Jack, you want to say your point? Because you had the best point.
Yeah, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it was the idea of, while the 75% looks great on paper, how much of that 75% were people that actually wanted to buy this game versus the group that were like, oh, we're boycotting game key cards, so you go out and you support Cyberpunk because they decided to put everything on cartridge. And so that leads to so many more problems. Like imagine, let's say right now, because it's in the headlines, Metal Gear Solid Delta, and it's not running the best on the Switch, but it's now the top seller on the Switch 2 for that month, solely because Konami chose to put everything on the cartridge, because that is now the campaign. If it's physical, go buy it. And it's like, you're not really getting the boycott across like you think.
Yeah.
Because it's like, on one side, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to show Nintendo, well, not even Nintendo developers, because Nintendo knows better. Hence why all their first parties are on cartridge. But you're trying to show third parties like, hey, we want physical games. So we're going to make sure that your game key card or digital only game, well, not even a digital only, because those still succeed too. But anyway, the game key cards sync. So we're going to only purchase the ones that are physical while also doing the ones that are digital. But my point stands, like, we're going to support the ones that are on physical. But then if a great game, let's say, I don't know, let's say like Ghost shows up, like Sony shows up with Ghost, and we know how great Ghost is, and they say, you know what, because of the size, we're going to go game key card. Are you now going to make that game sync because they didn't put it all on physical? So it's counterproductive, because now you're missing out on great polished games, and you're then in turn supporting any game, regardless of what it is, because it's on cartridge.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is, and I keep finding myself saying this, is Nintendo can put their games on cartridge because their games ain't gonna be that big.
There you go. Yeah.
Plus,
third parties keep putting, like, I keep going back to Call of Duty and like Battlefield, stuff like that, because their games are like 100, 200 plus gigs. Y'all complain about $80.
Yeah.
You're not gonna spend it for what you're gonna have to spend for them to put it on that many discs. And remember, going from the 6 to the 7 gen, we don't want multiple discs no more.
Yep.
Yeah.
We want everything on one disc. I shouldn't have to put in multiple discs. Okay. Well, we shouldn't have to do this. Okay. Well, this is your answer to that. Oh, well, people are going and buying used copies of games instead of buying the actual game when it comes out, and it's hurting the gaming industry. So we got to put DRM in there. That's anti-consumer, bruh. We're not getting no return on that. When you go buy a used game, the only people that's getting that return is GameStop, Walmart, Target, whoever's the reseller. It's not us. So we're not getting any of that. It's still anti-consumer. Okay, why don't we have another Shenmue? Y'all didn't buy it. Why don't we have F-Zero? Y'all don't buy it.
Didn't buy it. Yeah.
Why don't we have, insert anything? Y'all not buying it. Y'all not buying it. Yeah, I got my copy right here. It got a big use sticker on the top of
it. and for CD Projekt Red, like it was kind of a bad move for them, not because it's murky of the future, right? So if we end up getting The Witcher 4, they've already came out and said chances are if we do Witcher 4 on Switch, it's probably going to be game key card, just because there's so much space on there. So now does that turn into now that's like a doubling, a double effect on you of, one, now we're not going to buy the game because it's game key card, but people are also going to take that, and how people are and run with it. Oh, they lied. They support physical. They lied. Don't trust game. Don't trust CD Projekt Red anymore.
You also got to see the flip side of that too. How many times, and this is because we always make jokes about this, Pokemon, everybody boycott until them sales come out. Everybody boycotting until them sales come out. And you're like, wait a minute, time out. Flag on the play. I know who's boycotting.
Worst boycott in history.
I think, to be honest with you, as the more I think about Pokemon and the whole boycotting situation, I've come to realize that even us, and I don't think other people realize this, but even us, even though there's a community of like Nintendo fans, we are still vastly the minority of compared to the consumers that are out there who listen to absolutely no kind of gaming news, period. So when people sit at their local game shops and blah 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 and talk about, oh yeah, we boycott, I seen a boycott, we boy blah 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 blah, it's a mom back there looking like Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue.
Which one that child said he wanted?
This one looks like it's got a dinosaur on it. I think he likes dinosaurs more than he likes turtles. So we're gonna get him the dinosaur one. Can we get the dinosaur one, please? Like, there's way more people who are like that than there are gamers. So the whole boycotting thing, like, even if you got, let's put this in context, right? Even if you got 100%, let's say 100% of the Nintendo fan is equivalent to the Wii U people, because honestly, that's really true. So even if you got 14 million people to sign a boycott or go with a boycott to be like, nah, we not touching no kind of Pokemon till you get Pokemon right. Pokemon sells 32, 42, 52 million. Do you really think that they're gonna be like, dang, that 14? Man, that was almost a sixth of the sales. I don't think we should do this anymore.
They're gonna be like, hey, y'all want the Snorlax plushie?
Like, man, this is only the 5th best-selling game of the generation.
But how darn it? The game redirectors just sitting there counting money. How much should we
20, 30, and 40. 50.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say something? Dang, now I gotta start all over. My bad.
But the worst part gets to be the people that run their mouth and then go out and buy 2 copies of it.
And the console. Remember the special edition console too.
Wait a minute. We're taking this out of context. They're trying to buy it and showcase to you why you shouldn't buy it.
Right. Yeah. Right. So we're going to run with that excuse. Don't buy the Switch 2. It's a horrible console.
Right.
Oh, I'm not even having fun.
Hey, look at this part. Look at this part right here. Right here. You see, that's what everybody was talking about. This one part right here. There it is. There it is.
Okay, so RJ, I agree with you, but there's just one problem with that statement. Like, it's gonna be hard to do that with music, especially just because if you go and buy a new car, there ain't no CD player in there. You go buy, you get a new computer. They don't come with a disc. They don't come with a drive unless you say you want one. And if you say you want one, I promise you they overcharging you for it.
But I think to his point, if you're gonna be pro physical, it's gonna come with a cost.
Yeah,
so,
I just don't. It's one of those situations where you like people be saying that, but you like that's how you know it's halftime is cap because you're like, bro, there's no way in the world you don't have a Spotify, Pandora, or YouTube music list.
I don't see how somebody could be mad about there being a physical digital version of a game if you got a Steam account.
Yeah,
if you got a Steam account, if you got a Steam account, you automatically out of the conversation. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Epic games, you got Amazon games, you got good old games. All of those are digital platforms.
So, I mean, it's like you can't really like go. That's why I'm like, I understand people's sentiment. I really do. Yeah, I really do. But the problem is, I'm like, everything evolves, bro. You getting mad about physical, and I'm sitting here like, yeah, you telling me, well, what you gonna do when they shut them servers down? The same thing you gonna do,
right?
Because that game ain't on the disc.
Nope.
That game is not on that physical media that you are priding yourself on. So we in the same boat.
Listen, this conversation gives me full anxiety because I don't understand the double back on people. Like if you gonna buy, listen, if you're gonna buy a game, then play the game. If you buying a game, play the game. Well, I don't want to buy the game. I want it to be my trophy. Then why does it matter? You really only got it there for the case.
Yeah, basically.
Well, one day I may play the game, then open up the box and put it in so then that you have the game right then and there. You only have to do it one time. They already told you that. Well, if I open it up, then the seal is cracked on it. Then seal it back up when you're done. Like I don't understand what the problem is with the whole game key card thing. It's not even fully digital. You know what I'm saying? It's not even fully digital. So what really are you complaining about? Because you got a physical media on it. It's already physical media. It's a card right there waiting for you. There's resale value to it. So if you didn't like the game, you still can return it. So something that Steam doesn't do after 2 hours. So what are you really complaining about? Brand Smith said, but my sealed copy.
Yeah.
Listen. Find your boy who work at Walmart who can put the cellophane back on.
Yeah, put it back on. Yeah.
Put it back on and call it good. And if you don't want to do that, then stop complaining. Because there's
double up.
Yeah, there's really no reason. There's really no reason for anybody to complain about a game key card besides
when everybody's doing it.
Yeah, besides the fact of complaining.
Yeah, and my last point on this is, I have no problem with people voicing their opinion.
Yeah,
have a solution.
There you go.
Half of y'all just complaining just to complain, and then want to call people out their name and say they toxic fanboys and all this and all that, but you don't have no solution yourself.
Right.
Yep. You're just mad that people aren't agreeing with you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like have a solution. The reason why Operation Rainfall worked was because people got together and actually had a solution and said, you know what, we want these 3 titles to come everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Until they said they're not gonna do it, we finna change their mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked because they had a plan, had a solution, and they executed. A lot of times we got people who sit up there and say, this is wrong, this is anti-consumer, not knowing what anti-consumer really mean. And and then there's no plan, there's no resolution. Nintendo did the whole game key card thing because they taught the third party that was the solution they came up with.
Yep.
That's the truth.
And third party loved it.
Codes and boxes.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
And there's still some that are doing that.
Yeah, but you don't have a problem when Sony and Microsoft do the same thing. Put a code in it. But y'all didn't have a problem with Capcom did it.
Mm-hmm.
Capcom did it for a whole generation and nobody said nothing.
I am so ticked off with them daggone legacy collections that part of it there, and you got to use a code for the rest.
For the rest, yeah.
Both of them on the cart.
So they literally did it for a generation, and I hardly heard nobody complain. They were just so hyped to play the next Street Fighter Resident Evil. They were just happy.
That's something that bugs me too. that you have people saying that a code in the box is better than a game key card.
How
is a code in the box better than a game key card?
That's just to me. At that point,
there's one thing I can say that the game key card does guarantee that a code in the box does not. The game key card will find that game on that server, even if they delist it and still download
Correct.
it. A code in the box will not work that way.
Nope. It won't.
Jeez.
So it is what it is at that point. So I find that to be problematic when I hear people saying that, because like I said, they don't have a solution. And when you don't have a solution and you just keep arguing and you get mad because people don't agree with you, but you don't have a solution.
Just mad for the sake
of mad for the sake of being mad. And then you parroting the stuff that's false. Like they keep making it seem like Nintendo forced people to do it. Nintendo ain't forced nobody to do nothing.
Nintendo, I don't even think Nintendo was the ones that actually came up with this idea.
Probably didn't.
I get a feel third party came up with this thought and said, "Hey, we can't." And then more likely said, "We are not going to be able to always afford this amount of money for the extra ROM for these cards. Is there something you can do to fix it?"
Yeah,
and that was the solution that they came up with.
Now, let's be honest, too. Once again, and this is a conversation we had last night when we talk about innovation. Like, it's talking about preparing for the future. And we've had this conversation 10 times over of, if you look at each platform holder, what is their future? And one that we really couldn't come to the conclusion on was Sony, because we have no idea what direction they were going in.
Oh, whatever Microsoft's doing.
Well, they can't even do that properly, to be honest with you.
But it's just what they're doing.
Does that everybody dislikes?
Yeah,
exactly.
So
now let's fast forward this. I don't want to go too far in, but let's say the day that Nintendo finally gets to that 60, 70 gig, because it's just inevitable at that point.
Yeah,
because they put so much in their games. That's just where it's at. This is a problem that's already solved. By that time. So a lot of people on social media, you can tell that they're more of a on the spot decision makers opposed to planners, because they think that a lot of business is decided overnight. So it's like, if we boycott Nintendo today, then that means that game key cards can be going by tomorrow. That's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
So they've invested. Because even when you look at, the technology of this high-speed cart, Nintendo's the first ones out the gate with it. Yeah. So, of course, with anything in this first generation, this first go-around, is going to have, the expenses. It's going to have its issues. We were talking about VR last night. The Vision Pro, by far, is a top-notch mixed reality headset, but it's also $3,000 freaking dollars that has a battery attached to it.
And people can't afford that.
And they can't afford it. Yeah. But the hopes and dreams of this upcoming WWDC or whatever they call it, for Apple this September, is their second version is going to be a lot more affordable, and it connects directly to your iPhone. So it's all about innovation over time. So do you either go from physical straight to digital, or Nintendo put that intermission in there and said, you know what, hold on. Here's a game key card where you can go and download it from a server, and you're going to still need it. It's initially just your license. It's your license to play this game. And you can do that, but you can also still go into that resale market and pass it to the next person. So now they'll have to download it, of course, too, but still it's something that they need to play this game. And I think that's the big part that people are missing, because Blu-ray, I mean, there's not going to be anything that, they're going to need to do with that. Especially if Sony goes the handheld route, what you think they're going to do? They're going to go 100% digital. Like they're not giving you any intermission there. They're not giving you any other option. So if anything, you might want to thank Nintendo for this one.
Yeah, because either that or they're going to go back to probably
the proprietary
UMDs, yeah, proprietary, because they already use proprietary discs for their PlayStation. That's proprietary. That you can't go to you can't go to the Best Buy and get a bunch of ultra Blu-ray discs and think you're gonna put that in your PS5. That ain't gonna work.
Right? Can you imagine if they start saying, okay, here's the new handheld, and we just made some mini Blu-rays?
Yeah, but you got to get it from them.
That's gonna be disgusting. Because I mean, really, that's what we're talking about too. Going the digital route, that's killing Sony. Because Blu-ray belongs to them.
but they don't have a choice at this point.
Mini Blu-rays.
Right.
Let's go on and talk about that. So
you and are horrible.
Right.
Yeah. So the rumor is, and I really don't like to talk about rumors, but this one just caught me because of the whole Xbox ROG Ally Xbox version.
It's so good.
And the funny thing about it is I can see Sony doing this just because of all the stuff they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about the PS6 is going to have a handheld to go along with it. Now,
innovation.
When I thought about it, I'm like, are y'all going to support it though? Because I'm one of the main people that do. I love the Vita. I thought the Vita was awesome.
It was amazing.
I thought it was, but they didn't support it.
Nope.
They didn't support it.
No.
And I'm like, you ain't going at the king of handhelds who has games they can drive. They have titles they can be like, you know what? Yeah, we ain't done Kid Icarus in a while. Hey, Sakura, what you doing? Nothing. Just finishing up Brawl. Yeah, work on this.
Get your hands off that. Come do this.
Hey, we got. Let the young bucks finish that up. You work on this, and they do that, but they support their stuff.
Yeah.
You can't do this and not support it. Like, you can't get mad because PlayStation All-Stars didn't sell as well as Smash Bros. So we're gonna just axe it. No, you gotta stick with it.
Yeah.
Like you have probably two of the best looking Vita games around with Gravity Rush and Gravity Rush 2. And my thing's to put them in Smash Bros. If you ain't gonna do nothing with them, like put on girl in Smash Bros. I mean,
that Smash would be crazy. Yeah, the gravity aspect of it.
Yeah, just let her do that. Hey, I was like, yeah, she would probably be a good addition to the Smash Bros. Roster. Of course, people would get mad. I love it, but yes, it's those kind of situations. That's why I was like, my whole problem, because I know what Microsoft doing.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put our store is gonna be on there, and that's what y'all buying from. But what if we turn up to 120 frames a second and the 8K visuals? Your battery life will be 15 minutes.
Yeah. Like I said last night, the Switch lasts longer than the DualSense controller. Make that make sense to me. That just makes no sense. And of course, people, I'm talking about in the context of what you're playing. But still, regardless of what you're playing, that DualSense battery life is the same.
Right,
like,
because
especially when DualShock 3 was like 80 hours.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Like
how you go backwards? How you go backwards? So yeah, would I like to see it? Yes, but I would only like to see it if they're gonna actually support it, actually have their first party games and actually support it. Because if you're not gonna support it, ain't no point in doing it.
True. Yeah. Very much so. Yeah.
And like you said, they're gonna have to be all digital because I don't see a way unless they're gonna do like their UMDs or whatever, like they did with the first one, the first handheld they had. They're gonna do that because it had to be proprietary.
Right.
But everything else they do is proprietary anyway. I mean, it ain't like they don't do it. So I mean, it would be interesting, but I don't think they have the first parties titles to do that. I think all they got really is Uncharted and God of War at this point because they let everything else go.
Do we still have Uncharted though?
Yeah,
isn't that done? But I'm saying that like it's the series done.
Yeah, the series is done, but it's still their first party, so they can easily do something. Like if they wanted to do like young Nathan Drake, which they could do, they can do that.
Yeah, because I mean because that was the first game out on the Vita, correct? The Golden Abyss, I think it was.
The Golden Abyss, something like that. You can still do stories with
for sure.
Not older, but younger.
Yeah, man, y'all forgetting about the baby, two of the babies, the twins. Y'all forgetting about Last of Us, and y'all forgetting about Kojima's joint.
First of all, I can see them putting Last of Us 2 on there. Not
for the millionth time. We need to drop it again. We need to
run it back.
Run that book back. So I can see them doing that, but I can't see them like doing. It's like worse than Half-Life.
Yeah, it really
You'll never
is.
get 3.
Yeah.
So now, this is something I thought about after we had this conversation last night. So if they were going to go with proprietary, like their own handheld where the games play natively on there, I think it'll be a huge mistake because one, we were talking about them possibly having 3 SKUs. The fan base pretty much burnt that bridge the moment they started clowning Xbox for the Series S. So the fact that there's a rumor for a PS6, a PS6S, and a portable is complete insane. Like completely insane. Because now, are they holding back the next generation because these other 2 devices? And Sony's camp, probably not. But when it comes down to Xbox, they are. So, but I was thinking, and this is gonna sound crazy, or maybe not, because we talk about some weird stuff here. They were onto something with the portal, and this is what I mean by that. We got the PS5, and a lot of things came out after the PS5. So like they did the PSVR, 2, which they stopped supporting as well. And then they did the portal along with their new technology that works with their Bluetooth headsets that you can only use on the portal because for whatever reason you can't just use standard headsets for the portal other than plugging it in directly.
Right.
If we're gonna do a PS6, let's copy Nintendo one more time because now revisionist history is out the window. Like we gonna change it how we want to change it, and you put a portal-like device in there opposed to a standard controller for the PS6. And we already know it's gonna be priced $7+. Like we already know that's gonna happen. So the difference between the Wii U gamepad and the PS Portal, I can play over the cloud, I can play remotely somewhere else on this portal versus what the Wii U I had to be in the same house to play that game. So Nintendo didn't do it with the Switch like we thought. We thought it was gonna like, hey, let's shoot it to the screen, let's use the Switch as the controller, let's do that. This is your opportunity, Sony, to say, you know what? Yes, you can still go out and buy our new DualSense 6 controller, or you can still use your PS5 controller for all games, and don't pull that stupid crap to where only PS4 controllers work with PS4 games. Like that was just dumb. Like the DualSense controller can work. The DualSense 2 can work with everything as well if you want to, but you're going to have to go out and buy that DualSense, which we know for Xbox and Sony, their accessories sell out the wazoo. Like they buy those controllers 10 times over. So you know what to sell at whatever price you set it at, which at this point, I'm pretty sure is going to be in the 90 ballpark, if not 100 ballpark. So the controller has to be bought separately, similar to how the but the Wii U Pro controller had to be bought separately. But it comes with the portal because the portal has the same functionality as the DualSense. It's just split in half and has a screen in the middle of it. So you just make this puppy a little bit stronger. So that way, you have your Wi-Fi 6E in there. You have better Bluetooth in there to where I can use any headphones, not just your proprietary ones. As far as SD card, I think that goes back to your point, Sandstorm, that you read the other day, to where it only mentioned SD card. It didn't mention Express in that rumor. So you wouldn't need Express for this. You would just need SD. Now, why would you need SD? Don't really know, because you wouldn't really be saving anything on this device per se. But everything would just be in the cloud, saves in the cloud, whatever. I think that will be a smarter route to say, look, this is what we came with. Nintendo's never done this before. Get away. But this is something that you can still carry around with you if you want to and play this. Because let's be honest, a lot of people don't like taking these expensive devices out the house. Like people crazy.
You don't get robbed.
People crazy out here. Like I'm not, especially with the clout that Sony has. Like I'm not going to be the one with the new Sony handheld. I'm not. So
not out in public.
No. So majority of the time, this is going to be played around the crib. So if we have the situation to where, I'm in another room somewhere and I can remotely play from this device, and because they're thought of in the same nature, and it wasn't just an add-on, this functions so much better than the current portal does.
But how will I play GTA 6 on it?
As long as it works on that PS5, I'm playing it. It's essentially coming from that PS6. Really, you know what I mean? So
it needs the power of the PS6. There's no way the PS5 or the PS5 Pro can handle GTA 6 and all of its cinematics. Notice I didn't say nothing about gameplay.
Rockstar made GTA 6 just for PS5 Pro and PS6. That's what the fan base told me.
But
now,
the online is for everybody because we gotta sell this. We gotta sell this on the online for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, but also too something Sandstorm mentioned earlier with his Switch situation. Whether you're on an airplane, or wherever you're commuting to, mobile hotspot for most of us is free. Like it used to be an expense to where, hey, you go over just a gig, they upside your head with it.
Yeah.
But now most of them say like, hey, look, do what you got to do. Like it's hotspot. So as long as they ensure that it's the low powered Wi-Fi 6, or if we get the Wi-Fi 7 at that point in time, by the time this stuff releases, I think that would be the best way for these two to communicate and for you to have a portable type device. And I know the Sony fan base keeps preaching native, but in reality, y'all don't want native.
No,
you don't.
Native.
No,
way too much resources.
It's way too many resources, way too much money, and then on top of that, you're gonna put it down anyway because you're gonna prefer the main console. So if you at least have something that still gives you the portal aspect, because I'm telling people go to hell and high water for this portal, like they fight for it because once they try it works, and that's why I told people like with my ROG Ally. I tried that before the portal came out because there's a way to do that with both Xbox and PlayStation, and it's top notch. Is crucial if you want to just move around the house. But yeah, I think this would be a best idea for them to also tag on the whole mixed reality aspect we talked about last night as well.
Yeah, that
plugging
was
in like the Road Kid glasses or the virtual glasses, because if you look at most content creators that are advertising those new glasses, they're like, oh, you can play your PlayStation on it. When do I have my PlayStation right next to me? Like, that's never a thing. Yeah. Switch, Steam Deck, ROG Ally, yes. But if you say to me, all right, I can carry this thing everywhere, and I want a bigger screen, you can plug those glasses directly into it because it has USB Type-C, and I can now have a bigger 120-inch screen or whatever size I want. You got it. And it came with the device. No one had to go and pay extra for that. I think that's the better route than you coming out with something that plays games natively. Yeah, they've never been that handheld crowd to have those games and people inside. Oh, they're gonna try.
We'll try, but they would have been if they supported it. The problem is they don't support it because they too busy trying to say they just like Microsoft, and I'm like, please stop doing that. Yeah, please stop doing that.
Well, they can't do it. They can't do what Microsoft doing right now.
They can't.
Because who they gonna partner with? Lenovo. Like,
good luck.
Now, if they would have still had their own, because everybody remember Vio. If they didn't have to break that up, then you could probably see them doing. But the problem is when they went through that, all that they had to break up their divisions.
Yep,
bro. So before we get out here, I do want to end things on a bright note. Look like we got one of our mids coming back, man. One of our mid-tier companies from back in the day.
Oh, okay. I'm back. Who?
We got one of our mids coming back, man. Yeah. Acclaim.
What they claiming?
Acclaim, dude. The guys that had Mortal Kombat, that had, was it NBA Jam and all of that. Yeah. They are coming back.
They were on top of the world, man.
They got their own live stream showcase coming up September 10th. 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, 11:30 Pacific, and 7:30 BST. So
is it the rumor that they purchased some of Ubisoft's?
They purchased some of it, and they purchased some of the other ones too from that other company that bought like the whole thing that had Tomb Raider and all them in it. Remember that company? They bought some of them back too. So
okay.
Acclaim is they back. So
okay.
All right, EA, this is what I'm gonna need y'all to do. All that Tiburon stuff, all that EA Tiburon stuff, the Def Jams, the SSXs, the NBA Streets, send that to them.
Yeah.
Let them get it.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah. Let them get it.
Because I totally forgot they were in that sports conversation for a while too.
You're clearly not doing it. Let them do it. So, but yeah, Acclaim being now. My question is Ed Boon and NetherRealm gonna try to go back since they know?
That's what I was just about to ask. Are they
gonna try to go back over there?
Did they help make the?
I don't know.
Because they got that whole collection coming out, and a lot of that is old school. So
Like that was all. Matter of fact, all of that was acclaimed. The only thing that's not on there that I wish was in there is Shaolin Monks. Mortal Kombat advertised Shaolin Monks.
That
should
was
be
like an easy miss.
Yeah.
Unless they're doing another one and gonna put 5, 6, 7, and 8 and Shaolin Monks in that one.
Yeah, because I'm about to say
that's the only one that makes that's the only thing that makes sense. Because like 9 would have been right when they did the whole that's when they did the soft reboot. It was 9.
Right.
So if they do 5, 6, 7, and 8, then they can probably do that and put Shaolin Monks with that. Because I've been saying for years they need to do it if they in between mainline releases, do something like that. Side scrolling action game or whatever, action RPG or whatever. Of there, just do it with a specific character or characters, and do it like that. But yeah, Acclaim is back. So
hey, look,
I am happy.
So the answer is no. For the collection, it's actually Atari, which is weird.
Atari did? Okay, well.
Yeah.
Well,
that's another one that keep floating around, and I'm like, why are y'all still here? But
Atari came back because that's the one that people thought was going to get a new system, and they didn't do that. So I think right now they're just helping out and getting their portfolio up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Acclaim coming back. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Now,
Midway, come next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can get Gauntlet back because I miss Gauntlet.
Yep.
All I ask for, Acclaim, is for you to get back on the sports games, the BMX games, and by far, give me Mary Kate and Ashley back. They used to do Mary Kate and Ashley games.
Girls
night out.
Let's do Turok.
I want Mary Kate and Ashley back. You know what I mean?
Because they could probably pull off Turok now.
They could, because apparently it seems like Capcom's having a hard enough time with Dino Crisis. So get them dinosaur games popping.
Yeah,
like go ahead.
Yeah. So
hey,
but I thought that was cool because that was like Acclaim wasn't bad, but I think when the HD era started and we lost so many I wouldn't even call them mid-tier, probably like more like B and C developers that made good games. They were just short. They was on the short side, you know, or they were just like what they were, like for instance Gauntlet from Midway. Like Gauntlet is still my jam. I wish we could get like some digital storefronts from some of those old games, like the Dreamcast version, the 64 version, the PlayStation version. I had all 3 of them. Yeah. And then I got Dark Legacy, which I didn't really care for. Did love Seven Sorrows though. Seven Sorrows was low key fire. Like I know some people didn't like it, but Seven Sorrows, the way they did the story was actually fire. I actually enjoyed that. But that's one of those situations where I'm like, that's one of the companies, them, Midway. There was another one that like I wish they would have never went anywhere. Yeah. I just wish but the thing was those games started costing too much, and hey, it is what it is. So I'm glad that Acclaim is back, and like J Biggs, bring back Midway.
Yeah. Start getting these companies back, man, because I mean we need more variety, and I feel like these groups understand now, seeing as they had to bow out initially. Like, look, we're not trying to keep up with y'all.
Don't even attempt.
Yeah, we gonna make our fun games. We're gonna make sure that we sell it and promote it properly, and that's how we're gonna get our scratch. Like we gonna make our money by making sure that we sell a lot of copies of these smaller AA type games instead of trying to do these big home run games that everybody keeps shooting for.
Right. And it should be easy to market to just do like, hey, bro, you got your own YouTube channel. You got your own.
There you go. Yeah.
Do it that way. You got your own Facebook page. You got your social media. Use that to your advantage.
We didn't have that before with them.
No, you didn't. But now that you do, like that cuts out a whole lot of marketing costs if you think about it.
Yep.
Especially if all that stuff done in house anyway.
Yeah, because the big media pushes, that's not necessary anymore.
You don't need IGN and E3.
You
really don't.
It's a different world, man.
Once again, they pissed off Iwata, and Iwata showed the whole world. They pissed off Iwata, and Iwata just showed the whole world. Like, we don't need them.
Yeah.
We're gonna give y'all a 45-minute direct.
Bro, all it takes is the right ones to shut it, like to change it up and shut stuff down. And it's like, look, Nintendo moved. Shoot, hey, if they move, we can all move.
Yeah, we can all move. And Microsoft was like, wait a minute, why I gotta pay you? I got my own theater.
There you go.
I ain't gotta. No, y'all come to us. We right across the street.
Right.
I'm not going over there.
Right.
I'm bougie. Y'all stuff is poor. Oh yeah, man. Shoot, I ain't finna be with y'all peasants. You know. So
you gotta fly me out.
Yeah, bump that. But yeah, that's one of those situations, and I'm like, yeah, I was happy when I saw that, and I'm happy that they're getting their actual presentation. I hope to see something cool.
Me too. With dates.
I mean, I had enough time, so apparently I've been working on this for the past 10 years. So hey, more power to you, man.
If you back, I'm glad you back, but don't come back saying, "Hey guys, we're back, and we can't wait to show you more games in the future."
Right. Show me now.
Wait for this year's video game awards. We can show you stuff that's coming out in 2029.
Like, why did you come back? Like, because that will piss me off. Like, you know, go back where you came from.
You ain't back. You ain't back.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought that would be nice to end this episode off with, just because I'm like that was a bright spot for me, just because I grew up playing the Acclaim games. So
yeah, I mean, and
I hope they bring back them that true arcade sports games, not this. No disrespect to 2K, but NBA Playgrounds is not arcade. That ain't.
I mean, and then hopefully we can start getting back into, you know, people actually making, well, they call them fight sticks now, but just arcade sticks to where it's worthwhile. Because I mean, I remember I've had maybe a total of two or three arcade sticks, because I had like the X arcade, like the super humongous one that had like all those freaking plugins.
Oh, the one you had to sit on the actual coffee table.
Man, that thing was humongous, but it covered everything. But then also I had like your standard Street Fighter Hori stick at one point in time. But the downside to those, while they're primarily used for fighters now, there was not enough games that you felt comfortable playing with them. And so I was like, okay, now you're looking for shmups, you're looking for beat 'em ups, but at the time I had them, beat 'em ups had faded away. And so I was like, okay, I got this nice controller, and I've gone and, you know, gotten like the custom concave buttons and installed them myself and everything else. And it's like, nobody really makes a game that would best support this play style. And so hopefully, they're coming back full on.
So I mean, because that's one thing. I'm hoping we get a release date soon for that Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I kind of want to play that, and I ain't seen nothing since like April about that one. So
they went quiet after showing it. But so did you ever look into that 8-bit do fight stick?
Yeah. I like what I've seen. I'm thinking about going on and putting down for that one. Okay. Because there are a couple of them. Because they got like two. They have the Xbox one, and they have a Nintendo one. And then they have they got three. Yeah, they got three, because they got one with a stick and one without. It's just like
the little, what is that called, where they have like the other buttons on the side, which I don't know how people play with that.
I don't know either, but they got it. So I was thinking about getting the Nintendo one, because that one looks like an actual arcade.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm curious, like,
and a friend of mine has it, and he likes it. He says it's super comfortable. He's like,
and see, that's what I'm looking forward to, because I mean, I get it. People that compete, they want, you know, no latency. But if you can get it down low enough, like a standard controller, and still have a wireless arcade stick, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, because he was saying him and his wife play on their lap with it. Like, they don't even.
Nice.
He's like, that's how comfortable it is. So I was like, okay, I'm keeping that in mind. So, I mean, and of course you can play it with their PC as well. So
right.
That's why I was looking at the 8-bit though one. So I'm still thinking I might go on to pull the trigger on that one soon, but we'll see.
Okay.
But that's gonna do it for this episode, people, because your boy got to wake up early in the morning. So, Jack, anything you want to pimp out?
Happy I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
but
y'all so lucky. Y'all so lucky. Y'all so damn lucky.
But yeah, so the interview that I did with Demond dropped. I think he dropped like yesterday or the day before yesterday. So I put the link on my Twitter feed. So if you want to go check that out, please do. Along with some of the promo run we're going to start doing starting next week for the album that's dropping October 2nd. And then I want to try to do some videos about some of this content that we're talking about, as far as the PlayStation handheld, the Xbox Ally, and kind of that space that we're going to for handheld gaming. But at this point, I feel like I've talked about it so much over a span of 3 podcasts. I'm kind of burnt down on talking about it. So if I find something substantial, then I'll bring it up. But ultimately, I would love to do something like that. But as of right now, it's just the music promotion as well as like the interview that I just had.
Okay. All right. Sandstorm.
So if y'all didn't check it out yesterday, we did cover a few more of these topics that we talked about today. So that was a really good conversation, especially the MPs when we were talking about PlayStation and doing this whole Switch 2 thing. So like if you didn't hear earlier, I believe it was Jay who actually said it. If you got a problem with something, come with a solution. So we also came with solutions as to the problem with a new PS6 handheld or whatever you want to call it. So definitely check that out. We go live every Saturday at 7:00. Is usually Geronimo, Vito, and Jack and I. We use special guests every now and then. But yeah, you can definitely find us there on the Sandstorm Show Rebirth channel. As well, you can find me on Twitter, Deacon Sandstorm McDonald, which is ding 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 right there. And then here on the Wingin podcast at 7:00, and then tomorrow, I don't know if there's actually one tomorrow. I'll find out. But on the Jill podcast, the Juices Loose podcast, I don't talk as much on there because they be just like yelling over each other. But definitely check us out over there as well at 7:00. And other than that, make sure you subscribe to everybody here, as well as Shadow Fox, Vicky, and Trey Vito, and Notica Yui, and Geronimo. God, we got 5 people.
It's a lot of people. Yeah,
we got a lot of people. Yeah. All right, Andre, are you ready to reveal what you're gonna be putting out first or not?
Oh no, you're just gonna wait. Look,
okay,
it's coming this week. That's all
you gonna wait.
I'm just saying because it's technically September tomorrow, so
it's coming this week. It's coming this week.
All right, and we're gonna leave it at that. All right, so thank you everybody in the chat. We appreciate you for coming through and hanging out with us. Make sure next week's episode is a little bit more happier.
Right.
Do that.
Yeah. But thank you guys as always for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. I am gonna try to make sure I have some gameplay up from the Trails demo, and I'll put the probably first hour of Damon X Machina 2 when I get it on Friday. So I'll have that. That'll be the 2 gameplay things that'll be on the docket for this week. And as soon as I upgrade my capture card, I'll go back to doing live streams. But for the time being, every time I've tried, I don't know what it is, but it just won't play. But it'll let me record. It'll let me record a game capture session, but it will not go live to save my life. So it is what it is at this point. But thank you guys once again. We'll see you guys next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So have a good evening, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.